Namaste all of you. My name is Dr. Ritu Singh Rajput, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Department of Food and Biotechnology from Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. In our previous lecture, we had discussed about the recombinant growth hormone. In our lecture, we will discuss about the streptokinase and urokinase. So first of all, I will tell you what is the streptokinase and what is the urokinase and where they were derived. The streptokinase is the derived from the group C beta hemolytic streptococci, and they are not fibrin specific, and they can be activated from the plasmolin, and its plasma half-life up to 30 minutes, and it can be stimulate antibody production, making retreatment will be difficultly. And now I will tell you what is the urokinase. Urokinase derived from the cultured human cells, and they are also not fibrin specific, and they can be activate the plasminogen directly by the enzymatic action, and its plasma life is up to 20 minutes. Streptokinase activate plasminogen, and it is also by the forming non-covalent bonds, and the urokinase direct activate the plasminogen by the direct enzymatic activity. There is a common difference between urokinase and uh, streptokinase. And now I will tell you about the brief this urokinase and the streptokinase, just because this is a thrombolytic activity. Blood clots, that is called as a thrombus or maybe thrombi. They are the vascular blood cells, and regulated by the blood cells, and they are coronary thrombi and caused by the mitochondrial infrastructure. They are the cerebrospinal thrombi produced by the stroke, pulmonary and respiratory cardio failure. So it is important to rapidly diagnose and treatment the blood clots. And they have some risk about the thrombi, which is have been changed. They cannot be changed, are major risk factors, which is hereditary and gender and based on the age, and major risks that can be controlled or a change, which was the smoking, high blood pressure, blood cholesterol level, stress, and contribution factors are contributing factors are for the risk factors, which is obesity, lack of exercises, and diabetes. So these are the risk factors of this thrombolysis. Now I will tell you what is this thrombolysis. Thrombolysis is a plasminogen and inactive precursor. It is converted to the plasmin by the cleavage of the single peptide bonds. And this plasmin is a relatively non-specific protease, and this is digest fibrin clots and the other plasmons proteins, and including about the several coagulation factor, as we have studied about the blood coagulation factor, a recombinant coagulation. In our next lectures, we have to study about the, what is a coagulation factor in the blood. So they can be activate the plasma by the these activate to the coagulation factors, so they can be form thrombosis or clot the blood easily. That is called thrombolysis. First of all, plasminogen activated by the plasminogen activator. After that, it will be converted into the plasmin, and plasmin converted into the fibrin degradation products, and that form the clots dissolution. After that, the plasminogen and plasmin activation, that can be easily, they can be formed a fibrin proteins in our bloods, so they can be clotted easily in our blood system. What is the thrombolytic drugs? Thrombolytic drugs are dissolved blood clots by the activating. Plasminogen forms a cleave products called as a plasmolin. Plasmolin is a proteolytic enzyme that is capable of the breaking and the cross-linking between fibrin molecules, which is provide the structural integrity in the blood cells. and they have some action types which is called as a thrombolytic, and it can be also called as a plasminogen activators, as a fibrolytic drug, just because they are activate the plasminogen and plasmin, and they can be easily help to clot the bloods in our body. So that's why they are called as a thrombolytic drug. It can be also called as a plasminogen activators, and it can be also called as a fibrolytic activity, just because they can be formed as a fibrin protein. There are two types of thrombolytic drug, as we before discussed about the streptokinase and the urokinase. Streptokinase source are, I've told you already, it is a protein produced by the beta hemolytic streptococci. It has no eccentric enzyme activity. It is combines with the proactivator plasmolin to the form easily complexes, and these complex catalyze conversion into plasmolin into the active plasmolin. That means they have to done conversion they can be convert plasmolin into the plasmolin. As I told you how to be thrombolytic drugs work. After first of all plasmolin activator activate the plasmolin, then it will be convert into the plasmin, then after that it will be convert into the fibrinogen protein production, then it will be clot the blood easily. So streptokinase is a thrombolytic drug, and it has a rapid lysis of the clot of the plasmin, and the complex also it is catalyzed the clotting factor number 5 and number 8. Its plasma life is 40 to 80 minutes. The streptokinase plasminogen complex is not inhibited by the natural alpha 2 antiplasmin, and adverse effect of if clot is not happened in our blood system, there are so many adverse effects, so we have to face out. So they can be create a generalized lytic state when the administrated into clotting factor number 1 and 5, and they can be both protective hemostatic thrombi and target the thromboli, and it can be broke down, and they can be hemorrhage, they can be most cerebral infection, and they can be cause allergic reaction rarely, and they can be cause fever also if plasma cannot convert it into the plasminogen. Clinical uses of the streptokinase are the accurate, they can be acute mitochondrial infection which is administered by the intravenous intracoronary route, and the reduction of the infected sites, and they can be congestive heart failure associated with the AMI. They can be pulmonary embolism, they can be deep vein thrombolysis, and they can be, this is a clinical use of the streptokinase. What is a urokinase? A two-chain serine protease contain 141 amino acid, reduce the isolated by the culture human kidney cells. And they have in our previous I told you they can be easily and have been done the enzymatic activity. They can be, they do not require any activators for the activating the thrombolytic protein. They can do activate the enzyme, they can be directly affected, they can be activate the plasmolin easily. So they have around 411 amino acid reduced chains, and it can be cultured by the human kidney cells, and it can be found in kidney in the urine. It converted plasminogen active plasmin. It is not clot specific, so they can be create generalized lytic states, and when they can be administered also as usual streptokinase and clotting factor number 1 and 5. They can be protective hemostatic and the thrombi and the target of the thrombi, and they can be broke down as usual the streptokinase also work. Urokinase administered by the intravenous infections, and they are rapidly cleared by the liver, and the elimination of half-life of the biological activity up to 12 to 20 minutes. And the clinical uses of the urokinase are, they can be lysis, and they can be acute massive pulmonary emboli. Now I will tell you how to thrombolytic work. I will show you the with the diagram. Here it is. See, first of all, if you have streptokinase, if you have urokinase, first of all, they have to activate plasminogen, that is activated by the plasminogen activators. If plasminogen not activate, and it will be not converted into the plasmolene, plasmolene by the plasminogen activator, they can't produce fibrin degradation products. If it is not produce fibrin protein, the blood will be not clotted easily. So it thrombolytic drugs work, you have to work like this type of productions. See, first of all, plasminogen activated by the plasminogen activator. After that, it will be converted into plasmin, and that can be plasmin converted into the fibrin degradation production products, that is also a fibrin proteins. Then that is clot, then that will be that after that it will happen the clot dissolution. That means they can be help to the clot our blood easily. So this procedure have to be done if there any injury in our body. So if our blood is not clotting easily, plasmin is not converted into the plasmin, this procedure will not be happen. So this is all about the streptokinase and urokinase. What is the I've told you what is the thrombolytic protein, what is the thrombolytic drug, what is the clinical uses, what is the difference between the streptokinase, what is the urokinase, and what different types, what is the clinical uses. And so there important things I have told you in this lecture. And as an exam point of view, you have to know about what is a thrombolysis. First of all, you have to know what is a thrombi, what is the thrombolysis, what is the streptokinase, the plasma, what is the plasma life. It will be asked in an optional question also. And what is the they can be asked easily, what is the difference between thrombolysis and thrombolytic drugs, and what is the thrombi, what is the difference between the streptokinase and urokinase. So you have to know about the basic things. What is the blood coagulation factor, what is the coagulation factor work into this, how to be convert plasmolene, which factors are involved in converted into the plasminogen into the plasmin. If it is not work, what will be happen. So you have to know all these things. So, and you have to know about difference. I have told you the difference, and definition of the streptokinase, definitely what is the procedure of the thrombolytic proteins. So thank you. In our next lecture, we will discuss about the next topic. So you have to clear about the streptokinase and urokinase. We will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.